Hey guys, in this video I'll be showing you guys how you guys can get more FPS in Minecraft. This is gonna be a larger video than usual because I've combined all the best ways to get more FPS. Make sure you stick until the end and I'll see you guys in the first part. So the first step to increase FPS is through in-game settings. So I want you to head over to options, then go to video settings, then make sure your graphics is at fast. There will be two options, fancy and fast. Fast gives you the most FPS. Then make sure your render distance is not so high. If you're playing survival, make sure you keep it at 12 or 13. But if you want the most FPS, I recommend you to keep it at 5 or 6. That gives you the most FPS. Then for details, I want you to go on, set everything to fast. Sun and moon doesn't really affect anything, sky doesn't affect anything either, but make sure you keep your target fast. Next up, I want you to go to performance. Then smooth FPS fast, and I won't recommend turning it anything on. Let all these be default. Next up, I will turn on show FPS so I can keep track of FPS. That's about it. Make sure you turn on full screen mode so that the input delay is less, so it gives you a slight edge over not full screen. Next up on quality, I recommend I won't recommend better grass if you want more FPS, but I like see better grass. I like the cubicle grass, so I keep better grass at fast. That's fancy and off. So if you want, you can keep that off, but I use fast. Next up, I don't recommend using any shaders. And next about brightness. Brightness doesn't really affect your FPS, so I keep that bright so you can see the dark places. Next up, frame rate. Frame rate, if you keep it at unlimited, it might stutter for low-end PCs, so I say you keep it at 120 to 144. Double the refresh rate of your monitor. My monitor is 60 Hz, so I've kept it at 120 FPS. So I recommend you to keep it under 144 but above 100. Don't keep it below 100 so you can get more FPS. That's about it for the in-game settings. Next up, the best way to increase FPS is through texture packs. The default texture pack is good, but it's not the best for FPS. There are some texture packs which do reduce your FPS, like Faithful, which does affect your FPS. I recommend using something like a 16x pack with the low quality textures. I put a video for that, go check it out. You can see the title card here or somewhere in the description. So for that texture pack, I recommend using something like a smooth 16x pack. It gives you more FPS. It makes you game run a lot smoother. So make sure you check it out. Keep a download link on the description. Go check it out. Way to increase FPS is through mods. So there's this mod called Optifine. Go to optifine.net. I'll leave a link in the description. So you can go to downloads. Then you can go to show all versions, select your version, click the mirror link, and then you can download it. I'm gonna download it for 1.8.9, and then you'll have an executable executed. I recommend using Optifine, but don't use Forge because it takes up a lot of resources and lowers your FPS. Don't use other mods like animation mods, which heavily affects your FPS. I recommend using only Optifine, which boosts your FPS. That's about it for the mod section. As for me, I don't have Optifine installed as a mod, but I use T-Launcher for my client. There are several other clients which do have Optifine pre-installed. I use T-Launcher, it's a free client. I'll leave a link in the description. So in there, I have downloaded the Optifine 1.8.9. I don't recommend using Forge. Use Forge Optifine. It does optimize your game a little bit. But I use Optifine 1.8.9 and use Optifine for every other version. It gives me the most FPS. Another way to increase FPS is through updating your drivers. So I have an AMD graphics card. If you have NVIDIA, go to GeForce Experience. I have an AMD GPU, so I'm going to go into AMD Radeon software. Then I want to check your current driver software. Mine's up to date, so I don't need to worry. Updating your drivers does give you more FPS, so it fixes bugs, helps you get more FPS in some cases. So make sure you update that. Then next up, you need to go to Xbox Game Bar. Go to enable Xbox Game Bar and make sure you turn this off. If it turned on, it doesn't make a difference. Make sure you have game mode turned on. It optimizes your Windows for gaming, and then make sure you have turned it off so that it doesn't record in the background. That's about it for this part of this section. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is gonna be it for this video. Hope it was useful. Also make sure you subscribe. Only 200 more subscribers for 1k, so stay tuned until that video. Also let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Stay tuned.
Tell me why it's feeling like I fight for the right to be faithful. Tell me I ain't earned this, but I'm grateful. Can't stand sitting back while I'm eating mine, but hate won't put food on the table. Now they all attacking them, cause I'm passionate. Nissan gotta take it to the maxima. Told them I was up next and they laughed at them.